Here is the OMP Bow Vise, October Mountain Products Bow Vise. This is the middle line bow vise because it has a wider retaining collar here for wide split limb bows. There's one that's more narrow and it's, I think, about $80 cheaper. Then there's one that's the micro adjust. So when you release the lever and you get it locked into the approximate place and tighten it down, it has additional fine-tuned screws like this that allow you to adjust for, or horizontal and vertical, I should say. But this one doesn't have that mechanism. Your only adjustment is going to be with the release lever here, and that's all it's got. But this is still a really, really nice, high-quality bow vise. The parts are super heavy duty. A nice feature about this is when you're moving the fixture around, when you have the lever pressed forward, the lever is slightly spring-loaded. So if I just happen to let go of the lever, it snaps back and holds it. Now, it's holding it with a little bit of force, but if I had a bow on here, it would still allow it to, you can see I'm pushing it, not pushing hard, but I'm pushing it. But if you let off, it does retain its position like this. And then you grab the lever and you just pull it back, and now that locks it down and it's not going anywhere. How do we put the bow on? You undo your retaining nut here. Take your bow, slide it in. It has rubber pads on the plate and on the top of the retaining arm here. Just get your limbs where they're nice and centered up in there. Lock it down, and it's really, really strong here. So if I want to release it and move it forward, it's going to hold it no problem. If I needed to turn it this way, and for some reason go like that, holds it no problem. To move it, simply just push your lever forward, let it go wherever you want to, let the handle go. See how I let the handle go, and it's with the bow on it. If it was straight up, it would somewhat hold it, but if it's over a little bit, no, you have to pull the handle. It does have a adjustment screw right here on the side, and I don't know if that adjustment screw will help this spring mechanism hold it in a position like this. That's not really important to me, so I just know to pull it when I get it where I want it and lock it down. And to take it off, just reverse the process. Simply just loosen your retaining screw here and slide the bow out. One thing that I want to show in detail, now I'm new at this, I'm still learning and getting adjusted to this, but in my opinion, this screw here, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to totally, all right. So here is the retaining arm and the tension knob here. And the tension knob bolt is actually bored out on the inside to receive this retaining screw here. And so you drop the retaining screw down into this hole. And then on the bow vise, you have two recesses, one on each side, so you can turn your retaining arm however you want to, this way or this way. But this retaining arm allows this to go in far enough where this is in alignment with this hole here. But the point I'm going to make with this is I've had this and just played around with it. You can see there's not a lot of threads on this. So what happens is it's easy to, without realizing it, back your tension knob off, and then now you've unscrewed it. So now you've got a floating piece here and it's not attached. So when that happens, you have to put it back together, obviously. So what I do is I line it up. And when you're starting this process to attach it for the first time and use it, don't make the mistake I was doing and having a situation like this, because I was having trouble getting enough clearance to get the bow in there. Then when you try to back it off, you're unscrewing it from the retaining screw here and it's coming apart. So make sure that your lock bolt is down a good ways, about as far as you can get it. And then when you put it in here, you can raise it up to meet, and then lock it on. Now see, I've got plenty of clearance there for whatever the thickness of my bow is. I've got ample clearance. But when you first start playing with this, it's easy to, as you're trying to make your adjustment for your bow, to unscrew this enough where you separate it, then you got to put it back together. That's the only slight minimal dislike I have about the way this thing's set up. And that's still minimal, because overall this thing is just super high quality and an awesome bow vise.